It makes a difference. Oh yeah, it's spinning. Oh, I'm gonna drive that car today. I was talking. Yeah, I'm gonna take that car today. Anyways, welcome to TRUE Automotive. What is TRUE Automotive, you ask? Because you probably never heard of it. That's because it's Markert Motorworks taking over the name TRUE Automotive. They're in transition right now. They changed the sign on the door. Did not change the sign up there. Same shop, same guys, same quality. Nothing's changed except the name. TRUE Automotive. TRUE. I just dropped my car off to get an oil change. I'm a little overdue. By the beautiful lady behind the desk. Oh, she heard me. I was actually in this side a little bit earlier. You already know Luis, the Porsche King. Porsche, I'm so sorry. He's working on today. Now you might wonder why the top is up. Because the new motor doesn't fit. This is a non-turbo and they're putting a turbo motor in it, so yeah, gotta make it fit. So I guess they have a new hood they were talking about where it's gonna pretty much come level and it's gonna go up like a spoiler, but it's gonna look like a hood. So it's not gonna be all weird and mess up the shape of the Porsche.
Probably use these as like decoration for the shop. No, I'm serious. These things are $800 a piece.
Oh, Jesus.
The old cams for the engine, because these are fitted. See all that fitting there? That's actually going to eventually damage the engine.
Man.
But these can be saved. If they can be reground and welded. See if the customer wants them. If not, that's going to a future project. This one's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
This is somewhat of a roof clone. Roof, when they did their turbo cars, was a narrow body because a narrow body is more aerodynamic. And this is a Euro spec body. There's no VIN number anywhere.
I think it'd be so sick. I see you. What size is it?
It's 70, so it's a K. I think it's a KO4.
Wow. And they still use that on the 996?
No.
On the turbo? I mean the turbos. They still use.
No, it's different.
Oh, really?
Because the new ones are twin turbo.
Yeah.
So you use smaller, and they're VTG turbos. So the turbos themselves are like diesel turbos. They basically they have these little fins that are inside of them, and instead of having wastegates, they open up or close, and it changes the speed of the turbo, so you have a flat power curve. So they don't need a wastegate. They just open up the exhaust gases to either go around the exducer, is what it's called, to the outer part, the hot side of the turbo.
Yeah.
It either goes around it and bypasses it, or they can close it up and put all of the exhaust gases through the exducer, pushing boost.
Wow.
And what most people do for the modifications is they just take out the cold side. They make the cold side bigger, and they put a bigger inducer, or the bigger spines for the pressure side, that putting pressure into the engine.
Wow. And
the outside pretty much acts as a small turbo or a big turbo, whatever you program it to do. And all it is a little arm that moves all these fins out. So yeah, as long as you can program it, you can change the cold side, the pressure side, and those things are pumping out with modifications 800 wheel horsepower with mostly stock turbos. And it drives like a grandma's car when you want it to.
Yeah, I gotta get one.
Down.
Yeah, I gotta get one.
Yeah, me too.
Over on the other side, working on an S8 over here.
All that for a crank seal.
At least it's right here.
Right. I mean, to do the belt, I mean, what's that pay? They're like $4.
Is it hard to take the bumper off?
It wasn't that bad.
You still have like the supports and all that stuff to remove those? Oh yeah.
Big ass connectors.
Yeah. Is this an N63?
Unfortunately. Is that a camera?
Yeah.
What the hell?
21st
I never saw a camera like that.
It's got screen and everything.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How much you pay for stuff like that?
Like $350.
That's cheap. Where you got it from?
Best Buy. You can get it on Amazon.
And is that
Yeah,
like for,
and
you use it for a YouTube channel and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's what I use for YouTube.
Oh, that's like also the videos you make when you do your announcement. You sit at the table and talk to the camera.
Yeah, same video.
Like I was like, why is holding that stick in his face?
Will it be too crazy without a resonator, or will it just sound badass?
It'll just drone.
Oh,
You need a belt soon.
really?
Yeah, it's cracking, and this one's like torn. Like, look, right there.
Oh shit.
Look, right there. A little piece of ribs ripped off.
Nice. Car's been going in the limp mode because I have an exhaust leak and it like misfires. I get to low RPM, like 2,000 RPM, slowing down to a stoplight, and I hear go, 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 and it goes in limp mode because it's misfiring. And it's an exhaust leak. You can tell by the dripping water, condensation. So I'm probably gonna, I think I'm either gonna redo this or get the X pipe out completely and just straight pipe it all the way back to the muffler. I think I'll get more power anyways. Jordan RK Tune said straight pipe has more power than the X pipe, so I'm gonna try it. I mean, especially because misfiring ain't no power. Scared to take the resonators out though. I don't want it to drone. I don't mind loud, but I don't want it to drone. You don't want it to drone either.
I actually like that I know when you're coming.
She said. But yes. But if it's droning, like when you're in the car with me, we're not going to be able to talk to each other. Actually, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right, so Sam wants a smoothie from McDonald's. And it wasn't necessarily a give me them keys. It was more like take the keys. This is Dave's F80 M3. Well, Dave's wife's F80 M3. This is the right key. It is. I'm gonna steal this car. This is kind of unexpected, but not really. I knew I was going to steal at least one car today. I wanted the X5. Dave has an X5 diesel that he tuned. It has like 30 pounds of boost, but it's having an issue with one of the turbos right now. And they're trying to figure that out. So I can't drive that car yet. This will have to do. McDonald's is on the left. I'm gonna go to the right because I want to drive the car. This is an F80 M3. F80 being the current generation. And when you hear people talk about BMWs and they say F80 and F82, they're talking about each variation of the BMW. So, for example, this generation F80 is the 4-door. F82 is the coupe, which is also the M4, and F83 is the convertible, which is also the M4. They completely changed the name and added M3s only to sedans now. You know, M3s were always coupes, they were verts, they were sedans, didn't matter, it was an M3. And now, this generation, they said no, every M3 is only going to be a sedan. So then they made the M4, which is the same thing. The only difference is the number of doors it has. Why did they do that? I don't know. I think if it was my decision, I would have made the M3 the coupe, because the first M3, E30 M3, which was a coupe, E36 M3, they came in all three variations. E46 M3 only came coupe. E90, same thing, E90, E92, E93, what I have, the vert M3. And now they made M4, but they made that for coupes. It would have made more sense to keep the M3 a coupe and make the M4 a 4-door. But I don't work at BMW. I just buy them. So here we are in the M3, the F80 M3, the 4-door. And I'm gonna assume it's not stock, because I know Dave and he doesn't keep anything stock. So I'm gonna let this thing warm up, take it for a nice little aggressive ride, do some pulls in it, see how it feels. The F80 M3 has been my dream car for quite some time. I kind of got over them. I still love them. I think they're nice cars, but I want a Porsche. I really want a Porsche Turbo. You know, I was talking to Luis and we were talking about it. We were even talking off camera. I really want a Porsche Turbo, and I think that will probably be my next car, but this is still a high option for my next car. I don't know when I'll do it, but eventually I'll get something new. But this car is still amazing. They make good power. Stock, they're underrated. Stock, they say it's 420 brake horsepower, but really when you dyno a bone stock F80 M3 or F82 M4, they actually make close to 410 wheel horsepower, which is underrated, which is good. So most of these full bolt-on and E85 will make 600 wheel. It's a good car to mod, and it's really nice inside. You see the red interior, you see the seats. I mean, this thing is carbon fiber everywhere. It's comfortable. Does not sound good. Thought I was gonna say it sounds good. Anybody that knows F80 M3s, they do not sound good. It just they drop the ball on that sound. But I mean, that's like the only thing bad about the car, to be honest. Oh yeah, it's got a little bit of power on it. So I'm gonna assume that this is just a tune. Obviously Laura doesn't run E85, you know, going to work every day, but I'm just gonna assume this is just a tune, and if that's the case, this car off a tune will make about 480 to 520, you know, depending on how aggressive the tune is on the stock turbos. So this should be a pretty fast car. Oh yeah, it's still warming up. That's why I'm not really giving it all yet. I don't want to drive anybody's car when it's not warmed up. I don't like to floor cold cars. I just don't. That's too much damage. I'm not trying to blow this $40,000 engine. Yeah, that wasn't a typo. These engines are $40,000. All right, we're warmed up now. I'm waiting to get on the highway, sitting at the stoplight. It's kind of crazy. I've only driven this car stock. I drove another M4, you know, F82, and that was stock too. I actually never drove a tuned F80 M3. This is gonna be different. Huh. I got one car in front of me. Let's see if I can go around them. I'm already going faster than I want. I like to do 40 rolls. Okay, lane is open. Slow it back down. Third gear. Second gear. F80 M3 tuned. Oh, I'm feeling torque. Oh my god. There's a little bit of boost lag, but this thing, see, what my car does not have is torque. Oh my god, my screen's way over there. What my car doesn't have is torque. So when I drive turbo cars, it really hits me. It's completely different. Ah, that feeling. I love this feeling. I live for this feeling right here. I'm gonna join this feeling soon. Oh my God, this is fifth and it's still pulling. Man. This car is pretty cool. And just like that, I feel like I want one again. And like I said, this car is amazing. Like before, you know, I kind of got over them because my goal was to get M4 like a little while ago, and I was like, nah, I think I'm gonna get a Porsche Turbo. And now I kind of want this car again. So I don't know what I want. I want boost. I know that. I need that. Hit him with the bird, man.
Hi, Robert McDonald. How can I help you today?
Can I just get a large pineapple mango smoothie? And that's it.
Sure, I have a large mango pineapple. That will be $4.47. Thank you.
That shit was $5? All right, thank you. Back on the road. I also have traction control off this time. I gotta be careful. I'm not gonna try to spin it, but let's see if it makes a difference. Oh yeah, it's spinning. This is a great car. I need y'all to get out of my way. Boost always makes me smile. Always. Well, that's it. That's it. Short little ride. Like I said, this wasn't planned today. But I always keep my camera on me. You never know. I can sneak one more pull in. Another 40 roll. Oh, that's high RPM. Oh, shit. And DCT is so fast. I love 6-speed. Y'all know I love 6-speed, but I do understand DCT. I do understand why DCT transmission can be better. 6-speed is more fun, but if you want to be fast, DCT all day long. It's more gears. It's 7 gears, so you have shorter gears, and it's just like instant. Like it makes sense. Automatics sucked back in the day, but they're fast now. If I got one, I'm getting 6-speed. Your smoothie, madam.
Here, go.
Yeah, I kind of think Laura's. Should be alright.
Don't get me excited.
It's lunchtime for the fellas. I figured we try to get us a sandwich. Popeye's chicken sandwich. Thank you, sir.
One, two, three, four.
Package acquired. The first round. I haven't had the return. Still pretty big. Still smells good. You haven't had one yet either. I'll give you some of this. Maybe. Let's see how good it is.
Joel got me one yesterday.
It's still good. Oh my God. Alright, well that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Leaving the shop, nothing like fresh oil.